pricing is a little all over the place tonight, so don't be surprised when your GPP stacks leave some money on the table. Pitching is going to be a mess also. Any of the top guys can get beat up, yet on DraftKings they are pushing those price tags up, asking for a lot of production to pay those high prices off. Luckily, Rotuk and short slates are a match made in heaven, and tonight is a night I'll definitely be using one of my favorite tools, the real-time trending players and team analyzer. With this tool, I can see exactly who is going to be the most popular plays of the night, to identify where the public chalk is going to be on this condensed slate, and look for comparable pivots to gain sharp leverage on the field. As always, Rotochill's extensive research tools help set the foundation for these plays. Rotuk is the ultimate DFS assistant, combining all of the stats, trends, and research tools you need into a convenient and user-friendly format that cuts the difficulties out of your research, and gets you the money in your pocket quicker, and with less hassle than any other DFS platform. And if you're looking for even more insight into the DFS world, Rotuk University has you covered. There you learn strategies, bankroll management, contest selection, and how to put together winning lineups to take your daily fantasy game to the next level. Before you get to the plays, don't forget to give me a follow on Twitter, @MickeyVetch, for more MLB daily fantasy content. I'm always down to answer your questions, so be sure to hit me up there and get a conversation going. More DFS, SN DFS, Lineup Builder, MLB DFS Picks, FanDuel, DraftKings Core Plays for Monday, May 14th. Tyler Anderson, P. Rockies at Padres, DK, $7,500, FD, $6,900. Anderson against the Padres is showing up as a top SP2 on DraftKings or GPP play for many reasons tonight. Starting with the most important factor, the price is right for this small slate, as Anderson is only the 7th highest priced pitcher on DraftKings, and the 9th highest priced on FanDuel. That comes up as Rotochill's top value play on both sites, and holds true across an aggregate of our top projection sets. But not only does it make sense from a DFS price point, there's also plenty of real-world factors that help make the case for Anderson, as well. Anytime a Colorado arm gets to pitch on the road, he gets the benefit of a park upgrade, but tonight, Anderson going from Coors Field to Petco Park in San Diego would be considered one of the most extreme park boosts a pitcher could get. Looking at what Anderson's doing on the field, his K9 continues to rise in 2018, as does the swinging strikes he's generating from opposing batters. Meanwhile, his opponents, the Padres, continue to strike out at one of the highest rates in the league and opened with an implied run total tied for lowest on the slate. Francisco Lindor, SS, Indians at Tigers, DK, $5,300, FD, $4,700. The Indians have turned it on quickly after a slow start, and who else would you expect to be in the heart of it all besides the face of the franchise, Lindor? Lindor's been on a heater the past few weeks, posting a .383 WOBA and .258 ISO over the past month while hitting 9 home runs and driving in 17 runs over the same time period. He's also killing right-handed pitching, with a ridiculous .565 WOBA in his past 50 at-bats against them. At a position where it's difficult to find the type of upside and offensive skill set that Lindor possesses, he makes you question whether it's worth paying up for him nearly every night. Tonight's one of the nights it's worth it. You should have some money to play with, and the Indians have the top projected run total of any team. D. Gordon, of Mariners at Twins, DK, $4,400, FD, $3,200. A matchup with Jake Odorizzi is becoming a spot we have to stack against. Odorizzi has given up 8 home runs already in 2018 and has one of the worst HR rates in all of the majors at 1.91 HR, 9. However, with the Mariners' bats it can be tough to pinpoint which one is going to take advantage. Nelson Cruz, Kyle Seager, and Mitch Haniger are all in play, but it's Gordon who could be the safest bet, and who I really want to make sure is rostered across my cash lineups. At the top of the order, Gordon doesn't need to go deep to pay off. He just needs to keep being consistent, get on base, and let the power behind him do the rest. And as we know, with Gordon on base, his stolen base upside can always allow him to put up a big game on his own. The bottom line, there's a lot of ways for Gordon to pay off his price tag tonight, and I'll be running out plenty of two-man Seattle stacks with Gordon paired at the top. Salvador Perez, C. Royals at race DK, $3,800 FD, $3,500. There's actually a few good catching options on tonight's short slate, but you're still going to have a tough time convincing me to move off the red-hot Perez. If a tight salary cap isn't going to be an issue, why not pay up at a position that lacks fantasy consistency and can often be one of the lowest performers in your lineup? Since his return from injury, Perez has been as consistent as it gets, averaging nearly 10 fantasy points per game while meeting or exceeding value in over 50% of his starts. That type of consistency, paired with Sal's HR and RBI upside, make him a great play whenever the Royals are expected to put up runs. Tonight, Kansas City faces off against Tampa rookie Ryan Yarbrough in only the third start of his career. Yarbrough does have some strikeout upside, but he's also given up a fair amount of hard hits while continuing to stretch the arm out in what looks to be a transition from the pen to the rotation. This could turn into a bullpen game for Tampa really quick, and with a unit sporting the fourth worst ERA in the majors, that would be another huge benefit for Perez and the Royals.